Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue Crew. I'm Arglefump. This is the 2020 Nancy Drew Games Mega Marathon. While we're quarantined due to the coronavirus, we're going to be playing Nancy Drew number 14, Danger by Design. So Danger by Design is a game which takes place in France.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Since you can tell a lot about a person by where he or she lives, I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
Okay, so as Nancy said, here are all her other games. You can check them out. You can play the games. Woo, they're so cool. Wow, I couldn't resist investigating. I could not. I definitely could not resist. Woo! And yeah, okay, so all sorts of fun games. How to Be a Detective is basically a tutorial teaching you how to play the game if you haven't played any of the others. Let's check out Nancy's new assignment. Travel to Paris and work as an assistant to Minette, an up-and-coming American fashion designer whose behavior lately has become alarmingly bizarre and erratic. She's been firing people left and right, throwing temper tantrums, refusing to answer phone calls, running dangerously behind schedule, and wears a full mask all day, every day, even while she's working. Well, it sounds to me like she's just trying to protect herself from getting sick. She's wearing a full face mask and just staying as far away from other people as possible. That's what I think. Okay, so Dad's friend is basically paying for Minette. So she wants to know, hey, is Minette cracking under the pressure? Amy Grunhild wants to know, can Minette actually finish her spring collection? Will she even have a spring collection? Is she up to something weird? Should she stop spending money on Minette? And Minette has another assistant. This is Heather. We'll be working with Heather. Minette works in a Moulin. Moulin? Is it Moulin or Mulan? Do you pronounce it Moulin or do you pronounce it like the Disney princess Mulan? Minette primarily designs clothes for plus-size women. Nancy took 2 years of French in school, so she should be able to get by. And Dad made Nancy promise not to go anywhere in Paris by herself at night. I guess Paris is very dangerous at night. Really, I always thought Paris was called the City of Lights because it's very lit up at nighttime. I guess I could be wrong. So, would you like to start the game? Oui. Should I play on Junior Detective Mode or Senior Detective Mode? Senior Detective, of course. Mulan. Milan. No, Milan is a place in Paris, right? No, Milan's in France. Well, darn it! I did not take 2 years of French.
Please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
I did not take 2 years
Taxi!
of French. Nancy must be finished with high school, I guess, because she made that makes it seem like she's no longer in high school, right? She said, I took 2 years of French in high school. Uh-oh.
I said don't come near me.
No, Minette, don't!
Ow!
Stay back, you hear me? Stay back!
Bonjour, vous êtes... are you Nancy?
Yeah?
I'm Heather McKay. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. How was your flight?
Oh, Milan's in Italy?
Fine.
Whoops,
Well, actually, they lost my suitcase, so I don't have any clothes or my cell phone. What's going on in there? Is someone hurt?
That's just Minette throwing one of her tantrums. Don't worry, she'll stop screaming right now. They lost your suitcase? That's terrible. Well, at least you're staying with Jing Jing. She'll have tons of clothes you can borrow.
Okay, yes. Multiple people are saying Milan is in Italy and not France. Okay, so I did not take 2 years of geography in high school either. And poor Minette is just crying right now.
Does this happen a lot?
Oh, you mean Minette? Don't worry, she's fine. At least she will be after phase 3, which should begin right about now. See, she uses this process that some shrink taught her to manage anger and frustration. First, she vents her rage for 10 seconds, then 6 seconds of sobs and tears, and finally, at least 4 seconds of robust laughter, all of which restores her positive flux.
Huh?
It's all very weird, but it works, and believe me, without it, she would be impossible to work for. With it, she's a mere nightmare to work for. Anyway, ready to get started?
Okay, so yeah, Minette is crazy. I think we've confirmed. We can just go back home to Amy Grunhild and tell her, yeah, Minette is totally bonkers.
You bet.
That desk over there will be your workstation. I made a list of all the things that need to get done and put them on your computer. That's a Metro Pass. It'll let you ride the subway all over the city for free. Go ahead and take it.
Oh boy, the Carte Blanche.
Answering the phone is your job. If you have any questions, just ask. Ask me, that is. Do not bother Minette. She's behind on her spring collection and is in danger of falling way behind on her couture projects.
Okay, I still have no idea what that is. What's a couture?
Couture projects?
High-fashion dresses and accessories that people have commissioned Minette to create. Needless to say, those people are très riche. In fact, she's designing the dress the First Lady will wear to the World Summit in November. Pretty cool, huh?
Heather?
Yes?
I hear voices. Who are you talking to out there?
Nancy Drew, you know, from the States?
Well, she's no good to me out there. Send her in.
Yes, Minette. As soon as you feel up to it, she's right through that door.
How come Minette has fallen so far behind in her work?
She's been under a lot of stress lately.
I'll let you get back to work.
Allez, bye-bye.
Yeah, so Minette is just runs through all of her emotions, like 5 different emotions within a few minutes. She's like a 2-year-old. That's basically how 2-year-olds operate. So, Minette, where are you?
Well, there you are.
There she is.
I was just about to call Amy Grunhild and tell her that this internship thing she'd arranged for you was off. It's bad enough Amy foisting you on me like this. The day I become financially independent and can tell people like her to buzz off will be the happiest day of my life. Well, you're here, we've met, so get to work. Heather did give you a list of chores, right?
We?
Yes, I'm all set.
One more thing. See that form over there? The one I've just started to drape? Don't touch it. Don't even go near it. That's the dress I'm designing for the First Lady. Now go. Actually, make me a pot of my special tea first. It was custom blended by my tea therapist, so make sure you follow the directions. When you're done, pour me a cup and leave it on the table. A nice big boost of herbal energy never fails to get my brain cells firing.
So I think I know why Minette is not able to be financially independent.
You've really outdone yourself.
She spends her money on things like tea therapists. And I believe we can look at a magazine. Where's that magazine? Where is it?
Let's see. To make Minette her tea, the first thing I should do is read these instructions. Then I should put whichever herbs the instructions say I need into this pot of boiling water. Then when I'm done, I should click on the teapot so I can pour the tea into a cup. If I make a mistake and need to throw out an herb that I chose, or the tea itself, all I have to do is click on the sink. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Let's solve this puzzle correctly, then. So, le Dr. Gilbert Tropoli, after a painstaking analysis of the body type, age, mood swing, eating habits, and lifestyle, I have this blend for Minette. So you want all these herbs
If
on
Minette has had a
hand.
temper tantrum in the last 14 days, and if she declares that blue is her favorite color on the day... Excuse me, Minette, but what's your favorite color?
Red.
If Minette has had a temper tantrum in the last 14 minutes, more like it, is she trying to meet a deadline? Well, yes, she is. So she's not relaxed at all. So if she's right-handed today, then Gaviform, and she is right-handed today. And she's not wearing
When
a
asked
dress.
to pick a number between 1 and 10, if Minette chooses an odd number on the day the tea is to be consumed... Minette, could you please pick a number between 1 and 10?
10.
Okay, she picked an even number. Okay, she's stressed out, and she likes, she doesn't like odd numbers, so forget that. She's not humming, so everything with a potency of greater than 7. And her favorite color is red, right? So there we go. So those are the 3 things we need to do. Okay, so right-handed, so all Gaviforms. All Gaviforms is what we want. We want all things with a potency of 7 or greater, and then all herbs that grow in marshy areas. That's basically what you have to do. So those are the 3 requirements, and you just go through every single herb and pick out all the ones which meet those 3 requirements. Yellow buttons should not be consumed by persons of Icelandic descent. I wonder why not. Okay. Well, in any case, we're going to go Boojum. Boojum. That is a potency of 10. Breland is the marsh one. Calicula is from the Gaviform family. Fenelry is from the... Where's Fenelry? Fenelry is from the Gaviform family. Gibbering has a potency. Hogbone is going to be a Gaviform. Macrophilia has potency. Phrygia has potency. Pipsweet has potency. Varvane, that is the marsh, and then Yellow Buttons is a Gaviform.
That should do it. I finished making your tea.
Just leave it there.
So, yeah, this puzzle's a little hard to figure out, but, well, that's how it works.
Hugo Butterly, eat your heart out.
Here's the magazine. So this magazine has pictures of Minette. So this picture is cropped.
Minette named her favorite dress form Carol. Okay.
Carol. That's a cool name for it. But yeah, no, this picture is cropped. You can see we've got those things on the wall.
Minette,
there.
You've really outdone yourself.
And that's this thing, but notice we can't see it now.
What happened to your wall?
You're not really talking to me while I'm trying to work, are you?
Sorry.
This is covered in red stuff. It's covered in red stuff. We can't see what those numbers
Butterly,
are.
Eat your heart out.
So we're actually going to have to track down that original photo.
Looks like this picture was taken before someone splashed paint on the wall over there.
We'll have to track down the original photo from Jean-Michel Traquinard, the senior fashion editor. We'll be meeting him later.
Oh,
so that's a puzzle.
Rude, Minette.
So rude, Minette. So rude. Hugo Butterly, he's Minette's main, what do you call it?
Nancy, come back here.
Competition.
The tea is utterly rude. I can already feel my creativity flowing again, building like a wave on the ocean, surging towards some unseen shore. I have another job for you, a very critical job.
Yes?
See the stuff that I've been studying? That, in essence, is my spring collection.
Uh-huh.
All those objects have certain things in common which speak to and stimulate the artistic sinews of my subconscious, from which all the designs I need will eventually burst forth.
Uh-huh.
They're all totally rude, but they're not enough. I need more, Nancy. You need to take the number 7 metro to Pont-Neuf, go to the flea market in Square de Vergalant Park, and buy me 4 more things with qualities identical to the ones each of these possesses. Use this bag. Put everything in there as soon as you buy it. I don't want anyone seeing what you bring me. It could give away my whole collection. Here's some money.
Sounds good.
I'm just supposed to go out and buy things?
Stuff. I want stuff. New stuff that's just like this old stuff, only different. Now just take a good look at my stuff, then go. Go!
Cool, so we need to get things and stuff.
Rude.
Rude! Oh, so rude. Can I look at the stuff? I want to look at the things and the stuff. Here. So, they're all circular. Circular, as you can see. That's what they all have in common. So we need to find circular things.
Interesting material.
You're not touching that, are you?
I was just looking. What kind of material is this?
It's a brand new blend. Doesn't even have a name yet. Don't you have work to do?
Just curious.
Jeez, yeah. Okay, so the first lady apparently will just be wearing clothing on her shoulder and then nothing else. So, we have a list of things to do on the
Sunny
computer.
was here. Pick up envelope from J.J. Ling. Pick up fabric photos from Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Deliver photos to Jean-Michel.
Okay, so I'll let you people here in the live stream
whatever
chat
Minette
decide
tells you to do
which
and do
drawer
it fast.
I'll do first. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. In the meantime, I'll show off a little Easter egg thing. So you log on to Jane's game portal as Carol. And then Rude.
Do you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
All right.
Okay, so that's... I guess that's not technically an Easter egg, but that's still pretty cute. That's still pretty cute. Okay, we had a vote for votes for Dieter. Let's do number 3 then. Deliver photo... Oh, wait, no. Dieter is not number 3. Okay, so Dieter 3, 5, 2, Plotter 1. Oh my gosh, okay. It looks like number 3 is winning. Yeah, number 3. So we'll deliver the photos. So I guess this is sort of a double one, 2 and 3. We have to get the photos from Dieter and deliver them to Jean-Michel Trachlinard. And Sunny June. Here's the First Lady dress fitting. That's for Heather. I really don't need to read that. Dear Heather, we want to know why Minette wears a mask. We're not doing any pizza deliveries. She scared away all of our pizza delivery guys. Here, Miss Minette, your dresses are real nice. I really like those dresses. They're real pretty. Hi, Sunny June. So Sunny June used to be the intern here. The intern from Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Well, he used to work here too. And we have that order of supplies. Fantastic. Let's see, where's the exit? I think this is the exit door.
There's something on the floor here. Looks like someone slipped it under the door. It's for Minette.
Go ahead and open it.
Make the most of what little time you have left. Soon it will all be over.
Oh.
Oh no, not another one.
Minette's gotten other letters like this?
Letters, phone calls. They started sometime in April, then they stopped, then they started up again in July. And last month, someone sent Minette dead flowers every day for a week. She locks the letters up in her dodo box over there in order to neutralize them.
May I keep this letter?
Why? I mean, if you were some kind of private detective, I'd say sure, but since you're not, just put it in the dodo box.
But okay. How do you open this thing?
You don't. There's a lock on it, but Minette is convinced that if she opens it, all the wickedness in there will escape and wreak havoc. In fact, don't say anything to her about that letter. It'll just upset her, and if she falls any further behind, she'll have to cancel her show next month. And if that happens, she may as well cancel her career.
Who is Dieter von Schwesterkrank?
He's this awesome fashion photographer. But listen, as it turns out, I have to run an errand in that area, so I'll pick up those fabric photos.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'll do it. Finding his studio will help me get more familiar with Paris. In fact, why don't I run your errand, too?
No, that's all right. It can wait. Getting those prints to Jean-Mi is much more important.
I think Heather's lying there. I think she was making up the story about running an errand in the area because she wants to see Dieter von Schwester-Kronk. More like Dieter von Schwester-Hunk, because he's so gorgeous and hunky, she loves him.
Why is that?
Jean-Michel Trequenard is the fashion editor for Glam Glam magazine. All he really is a glorified gossip columnist, so it pays to be nice to him. Which, as you'll find out, ain't easy. His office is the Café Kiki on the Rue des Mauvais Garçons in the Marais. Look for the bald guy at the corner table. He'll have a cell phone in one hand and a fork in the other.
What's with all the red paint that's splattered on the wall in Minette's studio?
I came in one morning last month and there it was. Minette must have had a bad night.
And she just happened to have a can of paint in her office?
Probably using it for inspiration.
Ah.
That's just kind of weird.
Has this windmill or moulin always been a fashion design studio?
No. In fact, until a year or two ago, this little old lady lived here. When she passed away, this place went on the market and Minette snapped it up. See, Minette has this thing about curves. She claimed working in a quasi-round environment like this would make her more productive.
It makes her seem very eccentric.
Seem eccentric? The woman wears a mask. She is eccentric. And fashion editors eat it up. In fact, if there's one thing I've learned from Minette, it's that how a designer behaves is likely to get her just as much attention in the fashion world as what she designs.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Alright, so now we can leave. Let's meet this Dieter and see if he is, in fact, a hunk. There seems to be a little bit of disagreement on that subject. Here he is. It's Dieter!
No, don't say anything. Let me guess. You lost your passport, so you're looking for the American consulate to get it replaced. Only you wound up here because you asked a Parisian for directions, and you thought you understood what he said, only you didn't. Am I right?
Well, you're completely wrong.
Well, you got the part about being an American right.
But you're not lost? Ugh, I must be losing my touch. Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Please don't tell me you're a would-be model who thinks her career would take off if only I would photograph her.
No, my name's Nancy Drew. Minette sent me here to pick up some fabric photos.
I regret to say I have not printed them up yet, nor will I have time to do so for quite a while. Had I used my digital cameras, there would be no problem, but unfortunately the essence of those fabrics was better captured by film.
But I need to deliver them to that fashion editor, Jean-Michel Trequenard, today.
My regrets once again. Do you know how to make prints?
So people are saying, not a hunk, meh, no, not at all. A 5 out of 10 for Dieter. Wow, Dieter, I guess you're not a hunk. I take that back. Oh, a 3 out of 10. Ouch. He might have good fashion style, but he's being pretty rude. Yeah.
Sure.
Then all is well. There is a binder on the bookshelf that will tell you how to make prints with the paper I use, which is Krollmeister Escachrome PB paper. The darkroom is through the door with the red light by it, and the 4 negatives from which prints need to be made are next to the enlarger. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Krollmeister Escachrome PB like peanut butter. You have my peanut butter paper. Oh, he's got a fish. Okay, so this is complicated. You need to turn that on. You put this in, okay, for 2 to 9 seconds.
Enlarger, negatives, developer, stop bath, fixer. May I take this binder into the dark room with me?
Leave it in here, please. If you take it in there, you might spill something on it.
No, I wouldn't. So this is a complicated puzzle that we are going to
Just
do.
make sure you don't knock over anything in there. Some of those chemicals are extremely volatile.
Very difficult puzzle. So yeah, because when you turn off
Whoa,
the light,
look at all those bottles of chemicals.
it goes kaboom.
One false move and boom. Oh my gosh, it's pitch black in here. With all those chemicals around, I'm going to have to be real careful.
So you have to click in the right spots, because I think if you click in the wrong spot,
That can't be good.
kaboom. just an example of what the kaboom looks like.
Whoa, look at all those bottles of chemicals. One false move and boom.
So we get an Easter egg by flushing his toilet. Where's his toilet? Here it is.
Help yourself!
Flush his toilet 10 times for an Easter egg. Wonder what he thinks about Nancy just flushing the toilet over and over and over again. But then again, he's using a bathroom as a dark room, so maybe he's just an odd fellow. So a good way to solve that puzzle is to use sticky notes. Yeah, just use sticky notes on the computer screen. That works great. Piece of tape, yeah. I like to do is just hold up my hand to the screen and just keep my fingers, just spread them apart and put them where the things are. Another solution would be just bookmarks. I just stand a bookmark up on my computer screen in the general area. Because I've got, what do you call it, one of those standalone monitors that's not connected to the actual computer, so it works to use bookmarks. So a lot of people use bathrooms as a dark room, I suppose. And there's my chicken egg. Yay, my Easter egg, yay.
There, I'll just put them in an envelope and I'll be all set.
And the Easter egg skips the puzzle for you. Beautiful.
Ah, you made the prints. Now you get to have the pleasure of delivering them to Monsieur Traconard.
It sounds like you don't like him.
He's a conceited nixnut who thinks far too highly of himself and far too little of everyone else to do his job fairly.
Heather didn't seem to like him very much either.
I refuse to bow and scrape when I'm in his presence, and he resents me for it. He's not used to that. You see, most people are so afraid he'll write something bad about them that as far as they're concerned, whatever Jean-Mi wants, Jean-Mi gets, no questions asked.
Why does Jean-Mi need those prints?
Heather said that he wants to use them to illustrate an upcoming story about modern fabrics.
What's your opinion of Minette's assistant, Heather McKay?
Heather's a bright girl. Her crush on me is unfortunate, but I can handle it.
She has a crush on you?
It's obvious to me that she does. Dealing with models the way I do day in and day out, I've gotten pretty good at knowing what women are thinking and feeling.
Does Heather know that you know?
I've said nothing to her because although there is no chance that I will ever reciprocate her feelings, I see no point in hurting her. Let her have her crush. Eventually she will set her heart on someone else and I will be forgotten.
Au revoir.
Come back anytime.
So that's Dieter. Heather has a crush on him, and he's just going to let her heart be broken because he doesn't feel bothered to say anything to her. Yeah, he's not a very nice person, is he? Okay, well, let's go to the Pont Neuf. Ah, and here's where we are going to buy the things. The stuff! Remember, Minette wanted us to buy the stuff for her spring collection? So let's buy this stuff.
Bonjour. Lequel préférez-vous?
Parlez-vous anglais?
If you buy, I speak whatever you like. I am Malika. I sell fine things from around the world. The others here, they sell things which they pry from the muck of their basements.
Okay, let's see what you've got. How much are you selling the green rings for?
They are green magic rings.
Magic.
They cost 15 euros.
They do not. They do not.
Too much. 4 euros is more like it.
Voila. What else do you like?
Guess I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you come back, maybe then I have what you like.
I'll remember that.
Merci. Au revoir.
La Trux de Monique, who is playing with a yo-yo. Hello, Monique.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
If you like the bargains, you have come to the right place. What captures the eyes?
Well,
Orange
Does
cone.
this cost very much?
The traffic cone is one of my favorites. So colorful and so useful. With it, I myself learned to park my car parallel, and I ask only €10 for it.
It's just a little cone. €1.
It is yours. See anything else you like?
What's the price of this lava lamp?
That lamp is very special. The truck which rises and falls inside it, unlike any I have ever seen. Watching it will entertain you for hours, and I am selling it for only €20.
Would you take €15 instead?
It is yours. See anything else you like?
I think we have things we need to buy for later on in the game, but I'm not
Actually,
gonna buy
I
them
don't
right
see anything
now.
else.
Here, new things come and old things go all the time. You must come back.
I might just do that. Au revoir.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
My notes say that I get the blue thingy from this man here, Monsieur Marchand.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Monsieur Marchand, à votre service.
Bonjour, Monsieur Marchand.
American tourist?
Sort of. Is that okay?
I like Americans. They are smart. I sell good stuff and they can tell. So, what are you going to buy?
Well, what's in here? A movie?
Oui, it contains an American short film. I am not sure if it is about a beloved beast of burden in Tibet or about someone who talks a lot, but it has won many awards, and the fact that it is in a nice blue canister makes it well worth €84.
Too much.
Would you take €21 instead?
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
This looks cute.
Where have I seen this arm before?
That is the arm of a robotic monster with a very interesting history. The police detective who sold it to me says the arm figured into the capture of a dangerous criminal who operated out of an amusement park in America. I sell it to you for €18. A real steal, if you will pardon the expression.
So that was from the end of Nancy Drew, the haunted carousel.
It's just a fake arm. I'll give you €1 for it.
Vendu.
Woo!
What else tickles the fancy?
I got it for the cheap.
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
By any chance, does Mademoiselle wish to earn some money?
Maybe. How?
The tourists, they like to buy hand-painted reproductions of famous works of art. But as you can see, it is difficult for me to paint them. But for a young woman such as you, it is easy.
You want me to paint the reproductions?
You see, the lines are already there. You look at the original painting, you put paint on your brush, you paint between the lines. Voila! A painting which the tourists will
So
gobble
this is how
up.
we get money.
And I pay you €15 for each one you complete. Do you wish to start now?
Mais oui!
But of course.
This is how you get money in this game. If you're ever low on money because you were really bad at haggling, you will draw pictures. I guess you're not drawing pictures, you're coloring in pre-drawn pictures. I find this one slightly easier than the other picture that you draw. The other picture uses the red and blue. It's a picture of flowers. I'll point it out later. I'm not sure if that's the correct color. Oh, that's not the correct color. This color, perhaps?
Monsieur, how's this?
Yay!
Magnifique! You have done excellent work. And for that, I reward you. Do you wish to paint another?
Not right now. Maybe later.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
And then all the other stuff here at the park is a puzzle, which we'll worry about later. So let's see if my notes were in fact correct, with that being all we need to get for Minette. I'll check, and if it's not, I'll go back and buy some more things.
If you need to talk to Minette, good luck. She's playing that ridiculous online game she's obsessed with and refuses to do anything else until she gets the highest score. It is so aggravating.
Okay, never mind. I'll do that later. Let's get this stuff to Jean-Mi. Get the pictures to Jean-Mi. He's here at the Cafe Kiki.
Oui.
Okay, so here's the question: is Jean-Mi more of a hunk than Dieter von Schwesterkrank or not?
Excusez-moi, mais êtes-vous Monsieur Traquenard?
Please, in English. I do not wish to hear my native tongue butchered while I eat. As for my name, not Traquenard. It is Jean-Michel Traquenard.
Jean-Michel Traquenard.
Traquenard! Traquenard!
Traquenard, Traquenard.
Enough! What can I do for you, Mademoiselle?
Drew, Nancy Drew. I've just started working for Manette as an assistant.
Oh? What happened to Ezer?
Ezel?
Elzer?
Ezer Mickey.
Huh? Oh, Heather McKay. No, Heather still works for Manette. I'm kind of working for both of them.
Our Lady of the Mask has fired 3 assistants in the past 5 months. I hope you are not next. In fact, that Ezer has managed to avoid the axe for this long is truly remarkable.
Here, I'm supposed to give these photos to you. They came straight from Dieter von Schwesterkrank's darkroom. I printed them up myself.
You are quite doué as a photo developer. Bravo for you, Nancy Drew. Merci. I was afraid Ezer had forgotten. So, you had the pleasure of meeting Herr von Schwesterkrank, eh?
We've got all sorts of hilarious comments here. So, is he hotter than Dieter? No, no he isn't. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Nah. There are no hunks in this game. Jean-Mi is better than Dieter. No. He's got a groovy medallion. No. Not! Somebody... Then people using curse words. Oh, yeah. No. 10 out of 10. And then 1 out of 10. Sorry, sir. It looks like there are no hunks in this game at all.
It sounds like you don't like him.
Not like Dieter? C'est impossible. Dieter is a very enterprising young man, which in most cases is good, but when arrogance enters the picture... So, do you, like Ezer, hope to leave your mark on the world of couture?
I have no desire to design wild and crazy dresses, if that's what you mean.
Then you are an intelligent young lady, Nancy. In the world of couture, a single creation worn by someone famous to a high-profile event, such a dress can be worth a fortune in publicity, which makes it a desperately competitive world. A dog-eat-dog world. A world where bad things can and do happen to good people. You must order something. I insist. La carte, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, but I'm really not hungry.
Mademoiselle.
Thank you. Merci.
Order anything you want. Everything here is superb. And Henri, he is the best waiter in all of France.
Well, in that case...
So which do we want? Do we want the croquet monsieur, the cuisses de grenouille, the crème de glace, the cassoulet, the quenelles, or the steak haché et pomme frite? That's very expensive, the steak haché. I think that's the hamburger, maybe? I guess I could be wrong. And I think the crème de glace is ice cream? That's what I'm thinking. So gotta vote for the cuisses de grenouille.
May I please have the cuisse de grenouille?
Oui, mademoiselle.
Merci. Henri, ajoutez-le à mon édition, s'il vous plaît.
Certainement.
Uh-oh. This looks like...
Frog legs. A brave but wise choice. They are magnifique.
If you say so. I'm glad I ordered that. It was great.
Excusez-moi, mademoiselle.
So, what else do you wish from me?
Do you have a real office somewhere?
When I'm writing my column, I go to my office at Glam Glam. When I'm researching my column, I come here. I have my telephone, which can do everything save sing the Marseillaise, good food, and a chair for whomever stops by.
If you had to name Minette's worst enemy, who would that be?
Ugo Batelli, without a doubt. Not only do he and Minette have similar design styles, so that they are constantly competing for the same couture clients, but both of them are unthinking, socially inept egoists. It is a rare week that goes by without one of them insulting the other.
Do you know of anyone else with a grudge against Minette?
Other than the people she has fired unfairly, the model she has treated badly, and the vendors she has harassed over the years? No. You ask very curious questions, Mademoiselle Drew. They make me think you know more than you are saying. And as a member of the press, I'm not sure that I like that.
How can I contact this Hugo Butterly person?
His phone number is right here in my digital assistant. Of course, it's extremely unlikely that you will be able to talk to him in person. Even I occasionally have trouble penetrating the wall of sycophants that surrounds him. So, what else do you wish from me?
So, because we have the Easter egg, we can call those other numbers on his digital assistant. That's another Easter egg thingy.
Do you have any idea why Minette wears that mask?
I believe she is the victim of botched plastic surgery.
Isn't Minette a little young to be undergoing plastic surgery?
Some women with noses that would put birds of prey to shame are perfectly content with their appearance, while others with acceptable features are convinced they are more hideous than Frankenstein. Self-image. It can make people do strange things.
We'll talk again later, okay?
D'accord.
D'accord. So let's go back. My digital assistant. Okay, so let's do the plotter thing before I
What's
forget.
this?
That's the plotter. It's broken. Fixing it is one of your jobs.
Done. I think that's it. Yes.
There.
Yep.
Get the phone, please.
Very easy to fix that one.
Bonjour, Minette's House of Design.
Bonjour. My name is Lynn Manrique. I'm with the Modern History Department at UC Kearns in the States, and I'm following up on the letter I sent to Minette about 2 weeks ago concerning Noisette Tornade.
One moment, please. Heather, someone named Lynn from UC Kearns is following up on a letter about Noisette Tornade.
Tell her we're sorry, but Minette is extremely busy and won't be able to get back to her for at least 6 weeks.
I'm sorry, but...
I heard. Well, 6 weeks it is then. Thank you anyway.
So let's see, what were those two phone numbers? Yeah, 4815162342. Oh, that's just Morse code. Okay, well that was weird. Then the other one, 1080 1800. Yup. Woo! That was cool. That was a cool one. Yep. Okay, so what were my other jobs? Okay, I need to go JJ Ling, fix the plotter, and then we need to... does Nancy check her notes?
These doodles sure look familiar. Sonny June did them. He must have been Minette's last assistant. Wow, that guy gets around.
Yeah, So Carol and Rude, those are your clues. And yeah, this was the clue for the plotter. 1, 2, 1. Easy enough to get that one done. So, we need to log on, so Minette will talk to us. As we saw earlier, it's Carol and Rude. Whoops. Takes a while for it to load. We need to get the high score. Okay, so I need to get over 1,000. Oh, this isn't possible. Mix It Up gives you new pictures. I've got too many people with the same face. There we go. Okay. Woman appears lost. Let's see. I've got 500. I should be able to do well. This would be so much easier if it wasn't black and white. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, there's some. There's some. Oh boy. There's Brady Armstrong. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, just one more. Just one more mix, and I should be good. Don't see any there. Smiling person. Here we go. Got it. Woo! I see Ranger Acres, yeah, from Nancy Drew Ghost Dogs in One Lake. Brady Armstrong from the final scene.
All right.
Yeah, I win.
I got the highest score. Or should I say Carol did?
Oh my gosh, I did it. Heather, I won. I got the highest score. Send Nancy in here. We've got work to do, and I am on a roll.
You're a genius. Now get in there before she decides she has to beat that score.
Excellent. So let's get in here. That was not getting in there. Okay. Well, since I stopped there, since I went outside, let's visit JJ. Let's pick up the envelope for JJ. That's our final chore anyway.
Come in. Set your things down and come on over here. Hi, JJ Ling. I shake your hand, but I get flour all over you. Oh, and Heather called and told me about your luggage. No worries. I have plenty of clothes in every size imaginable. Your bedroom's down that hall. The airline lost my luggage once, told me it was gone for good and paid me $100. Then 5 years later, my suitcase shows up on my doorstep. And a bill for the $100 they'd paid me, plus interest.
It showed up 5 years later.
What? You don't believe me?
Actually, no.
Ooh, you're honest, you're smart. You and I are gonna get along great, Nancy Drew. You were right not to believe me. I made it up. See, to be a good model, you kind of have to be a good actress too. So sometimes I make things up, just for practice. Just to see if I can get people to believe me.
I lie to people just for fun.
Doesn't that make people kind of mad?
Some people, yeah. But I don't do it to be mean. And it's not like I'm hurting anybody. I'm just being creative. I've got some people convinced that I won the lottery and am actually a millionaire. It's kind of fun. You like chocolate chip cookies?
I love chocolate chip cookies.
So do I. And the nice thing is, I'm about 3 pounds shy of being the perfect size 12 that I need to be for Minette. I have a very high metabolism. So, I make cookies, I eat cookies, and since you're here, I share cookies.
Heather wants me to pick up an envelope from you.
Oh yeah, it's right over there. Heather needed a bunch of personal information so they can pay me, but I refused to give it out over the phone. I'm real paranoid about that sort of stuff. Don't ask me why, I just am. Go ahead and take it to her.
Can you think of anyone who might be out to get Minette?
Well, Dieter, obviously.
What?
Dieter von Schwesterkrank?
He and Minette went out for about 6 months. Then all of a sudden, last April, Minette dumped him. Just tossed him aside like last month's edition of Vogue.
Was he angry?
You'd have to ask him. Just watch out when you're in that photographic studio of his. He lets his pet boa constrictor slither around loose in there.
There's a snake in his studio?
That's what I said. Don't you believe me?
Nice try, JJ.
This time I'm telling the truth. Dieter really does keep a snake in his studio. Hardly anybody knows about it. I think it may be illegal. If you happen to be in there, be careful.
I'll let you get back to your cookie dough.
Take care.
So we'll make cookies later on. There are 2 puzzles with her. One's making cookies and the other is playing hangman. So I've got the envelope from her. Let's take it back to Minette. That will be the end of all of my chores.
Get the phone, please.
Jeez, everybody keeps calling me.
Bonjour, Minette's House of Design.
Bonjour, est-ce que c'est Heather?
This is Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. Oh my, that name is familiar. But for the life of me, I cannot remember why. Nancy Drew. This is going to drive me mad.
May I ask who this is?
Prudence Rutherford.
Prudence Rutherford?
Oh, shoot.
I know you. I talked to you when I was working at the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I'm Nancy Drew, remember? You sent me a copy of your fire ruby necklace. You know, the one that had been stolen.
Oh, good heavens, yes, of course, Nancy Drew. Why, as I understand it, it was largely because of your investigatory prowess that my real necklace was recovered soon thereafter. What on earth is a nascent detective like you doing answering the telephone for Minette? Get down from there. Excuse me, dear.
Nancy, tell her the designs are done and will be shipped to her by the end of the week. Then go to the work table and finish them.
You want me to finish them?
The instructions are all right there. Piece of cake.
Why my husband insists on sitting here in my study in his soggy tennis togs when he has the run of the whole villa is beyond me. Oh dear. Thanks to that scallywag, I've quite forgotten what we were talking about.
Well, we were talking about the fashion design here. We have finished the design and you're going to love them.
I forget, too. But the important thing is, I'm going to ship you some designs very shortly.
Oh, goody gumdrops.
You should have them by the end of the week.
Wonderful. I'm sure they're going to knock my socks off and blow me away, as you young people like to say. Lucille, get the deodorizer, please. Philip's been in here again, I'm afraid. Goodbye, dear. Or shall I say, à tout à l'heure.
À tout à l'heure. Okay, so with me... Prudence Rutherford wants you to do these.
Are the designs I'm supposed to finish for Prudence Rutherford under here?
You got it.
Sonny, I've selected the clothing and accessories for Prudence Rutherford. Oh, wait, that's Minette. Anyway, she has weird rules for her season's outfits. So patterns and prints aren't colors. Oh, wow, look at these fancy clothes for Prudence Rutherford.
First thing I need to do is flip up this plastic sheet.
I need chromatic consistency, 3 pieces of clothing the same color, no purses, nothing white, blonde, or yellow. I want furry feet. Okay, so furry feet. Those are going to be bunny slippers. I thought I had a pair. I guess I could be wrong. Ah, here they are. Then I'll wear green pants. Then I'll wear my little green hat. This will be so fantastic. I'll wear my sunglasses and my pink top. Don't forget my feather boa.
Excellent.
Okay, no skirts. I want to show as much skin as possible, and my head and face must be consistently themed. No primary colors or yellow, and I want a tropical item. So the tropical item is going to be her purse. And the only thing which has a consistent theme on the head and face is bunny rabbits. Bunny rabbits. Yup. Okay, and then these furry feet.
Good job.
And then finally, for fall. Oh, if I have something black, then it must also contain something white. That's what we have to do. My top cannot be a single color. No red. Oh, a boa? No way. I only want one piece of rain gear. No sunglasses, nothing with braids. Okay, so rain gear I think are going to be the rain boots. And she's going to wear something that's white and something that's black. So white pants, black purse. A top that's not a single color. That's the only top that's multicolored, I suppose. Other than the dress, but we're not actually going to give her that dress. She can wear this hair and this mask.
Well, that's that. All 3 outfits are ready for you to send to Prudence.
Looks good to me.
It looks hideous, actually. All these costumes just look ridiculous. Anyway, Minette, I think I've got all the stuff for your collection. Let's see, do we talk to her about it? I think we talked to her about it.
Ah, you have some stuff for me. Let's see it. How absolutely positively rude. The lava lamp, the rings, the canister, the cone. They're perfect. I adore them all. I'll take care of this other junk you bought. Now go away, I have work to do.
Ah, yes. So that's how you know which items, Minette, that's how I have the notes which say what are the items you need to get. She says them out loud. So you don't actually have to get the other circular things. Like we saw a car wheel and we saw a bowling ball. Those were also things we could have purchased, but you don't have to get them to solve the puzzle.
I said I have work to do.
Okay, geez, no need to be so mean, lady.
Heather, where is JJ?
I told you, she's not answering her phone.
Heather, I don't want excuses. I want JJ now.
Nancy? It seems that Minette has finally thought up all the designs she needs for her spring collection. But instead of putting them down on paper, like a normal designer, she insists on creating them on a live model. Hence her sudden, desperate need for JJ.
Why isn't JJ answering her phone?
Who knows? Sometimes I think she's even more neurotic than Minette.
I'll head over to her apartment and see what the problem is.
Heather, I don't want excuses. I want JJ now.
Go like the wind.
Run like the wind, Nancy. You can make it, I'm sure. So this is going to be the cookie making challenge. JJ doesn't want to go over because she's making cookies. JJ, you have a job to do.
Oh, goody, you're back. I'm really bored. Let's play hangman. You know how to play, right?
Hangman? Well, yeah, sure.
Great. Okay, I'll think of a 6-letter word and you try to guess what it is. Ready?
On second thought, maybe some other time.
Anytime you want to play, just let me know.
Why does Minette want you to be a size 12?
Contractually, I have to be a size 12. See, Minette is into curves, so she designs clothes for full-figured curvy women. Because I signed on to be a fitting model, I have to maintain the ideal size 12 weight and shape.
What's a fitting model?
A fitting model puts on samples from a designer's latest line, so the designer can create each piece on a real live person instead of a dress form. It's not very exciting. In fact, it's totally boring. Plus, you're always getting stabbed with pins. But it pays the bills.
Minette needs you at her studio. In fact, she's been screaming for you, literally.
Too bad. I'm not going anywhere until these mint chocolate chip cookies are finished.
But if I go back there without you, Minette'll fire me.
Too bad. Silly me, I just said that, didn't I?
Look, Go to the
Wow,
studio.
what a
I'll
jerk.
finish those for you, okay? I'll do a great job, I promise.
Well, I'll head over there. But I'm going to call you before I set one foot inside Minette's studio. And if those aren't done, or if you try to lie...
It's like, I'm gonna get fired if you don't do your job. Too bad! Don't care! What a jerk, JJ. JJ just stands for jerk.
Just go, please.
Well, all right. Everything you need is right here. Recipe, baking sheet, mixing bowl, measuring cups and spoons, ingredients, and if you mess up and want to start over, just turn around and dump it down the sink. One problem, though. The recipe calls for fresh mint. Only I had to toss the sprig I had because it was moldy. So you're going to have to go out and find some more. Which could be hard because there's some kind of mint shortage thing going on.
No.
Oh, and I'm also out of brown sugar. I think there's a way to substitute for it using molasses somehow, but that's your problem now. Remember, I'm going to call you when I get to Minette's. If those cookies aren't done, I'm going to go shopping instead. And Minette's going to go bonkers. Ta-ta!
So, we've got 2 puzzles there. So we're gonna get a phone number. This guy, Zoo. Where is Zoo's phone number? Here's his phone number. He does all sorts of underground exploring in the Parisian catacombs. Pretty cool. So yeah, there's a mint shortage. We can get mint in 2 ways. We can buy it at Pont Neuf, or we can get it from the ice cream place. We'll buy ice cream. Yeah, so JJ says she's almost done with her cookies. She hasn't even started mixing the batter yet. She's such a liar.
Mademoiselle Drew, what is it now?
I'm staying with JJ Ling, the model. Do you know her?
But of course, I know everyone who is anyone when it comes to fashion. And Gigi, she is a breath of fresh air.
But what about JJ Ling?
You mean Gigi Ling?
No, I mean JJ.
Gigi.
JJ.
En français, you pronounce G like J and J like G. She may very well be JJ in America, but in France, she is Gigi.
Has she done modeling for any other designers in Paris?
She did a lot of work earlier this year for Ugo Bottoli, which, I do not doubt, is why Minette was so eager to use her. Unfortunately for Gigi, I assume she told you how she was tricked into a current contract with Minette.
No, she didn't. Minette tricked her?
If you do not know, you will have to ask Gigi. Just because I know everything that happens in the world of haute couture does not mean that I repeat everything.
Do you think I could order something?
Order anything you like, but know that this time you will pay for it.
No problem.
Le carte?
Okay, so the ice cream, the crème de glace.
The crème de glace, please.
Oui, mademoiselle. Ça fait 5 euros.
That will be €5.
I can afford it, yeah.
That's one less coin in my purse.
Ice cream with a sprig of mint on top. So refreshing.
I need to take that mint so I can make those cookies for JJ. I think I'll save the mint for later.
As you wish.
That was wonderful.
Excusez-moi,
Eat
mademoiselle.
the ice cream with a fork and knife?
So, what else do you wish from me?
We'll talk again later, okay?
D'accord.
Okay, yeah, so that's puzzle number 1. Puzzle number 2 is figuring out how to substitute brown sugar using white sugar and molasses. So a half cup of white sugar and a teaspoon of molasses is the substitute for brown sugar. You're supposed to buy a book inside that sales place in order to learn what the substitute is.
What are books doing in here? What in the world is JJ doing with books on electrical engineering?
I don't know.
Well, here's
But
some
there's the
molasses.
So there's the molasses.
Out of brown sugar. What else can I use?
Okay, as I explained, the molasses and sugar work together. Okay, so we need to do the recipe. Oh, and I need to put the mint into place.
I'll just chop up this mint. There, I'm ready to start cooking.
So 3 cubes of butter. Oh, that's easy. 1, 2, 3. Next we want 1 cup of white sugar. So that's got to be this sukri. Okay, so a half cup of white sugar plus a teaspoon of molasses. We don't worry about tablespoons in this game. So 1 teaspoon of molasses, that will substitute for the brown sugar. And then 3 eggs. 1, 2. So how much next? 1 teaspoon vanilla. Vanilla. 2 1/4 cup all-purpose baking flour. I'm guessing flour is farine. So there's 1/4. 1, 2. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. I'm guessing it's the bicarbonate de soda. It looks like the word soda. And obviously sell is salt, right? That's got to be a salt. So 1/4 salt. 1 fresh mint, and then 1 cup of chocolate chips. Done. Now we just click on this.
Must be the mint that makes their edges turn up like that. I'll just cool the cookies off on this rack and I'll be all done.
So you can make these cookies in real life. The edges don't curl up like that in real life. That's just something they made up for this game. And it looks like somebody here in the chat is saying you would want to use mint extract rather than actual mint. Okay. And what's this? Ah, yes, it's JJ.
Hello?
Well, are they done?
They sure are.
Describe them.
Describe them?
Describe them. I've made them before, so I'll know you're lying if you fail to mention the one thing that makes them different from other cookies.
Well, their edges curl upwards?
Bingo! Nice going. Because of you, Minette is about to become a very happy camper.
Great, so we fixed that, and then we should get a silly chore about parrots. I guess you could, like, maybe fold cookies in a specific way so their edges curl up. Is that even possible? I don't know.
Get the phone, please.
Ah, another phone call. Jeez, so many of them.
That phone is driving me crazy.
It rang once!
Nancy?
Minette's House of Design.
I need to speak to Minette.
I'm sorry, but she's unavailable.
Just get her on the phone.
She is unavailable.
Get her on the phone now.
Who is this?
Are you going to connect me with Minette or not?
No.
Wrong answer.
So, a threatening phone call from random guy. And yes, I was correct. Nancy, buy a stuffed parrot? Because parrots. Parrots. A minute's too busy.
Are we almost done? No.
Do not disturb. Prairie de Nepal Doenge. So now that Heather's gone, we can mess with the dodo box. So this is just like the bee's knees puzzle we had in the final scene, or the coyote and roadrunner puzzle we had in Secret of Shadow Ranch. You move your character around and try to avoid having it get eaten by these predators. that is not the way to do it. So let's see. Oh. Oh my. I'm stuck already. Let's see. Yeah, now I get trapped. Maybe I do something like this. Yeah, something like this. I'm trying to reach that safe spot there in the middle. Yeah, Let's see, what if I go left to start with? And then I can't do anything there. Oh, there we go, that's it. Yep. So, what I'll do is get this enemy trapped there. How did I get that enemy trapped on the right? So I went right twice, and then I just got that enemy trapped there. And then it looks like with the enemy on the left, I was able to get that enemy trapped by going left and right multiple times. Okay. Darn, okay. If I can't get this, I'm just gonna give up. Yeah. Okay, and then go right. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm giving up on this. Gosh. It's an optional puzzle, and you don't have to do it in order to solve the game. So I'm really starting to feel like I shouldn't. But I'll try once more. Yeah, because I feel like that's it. In order to get the enemy on the left to follow me, I have to do something like this. Go left twice. But then the enemy on the right doesn't follow me. Yeah. I could get the enemy on the right to follow me. Let's see. So something like this. Yeah, wait. This is it. No, because then that enemy there gets in the way. So if I went down here... Maybe if I go up once more. Yeah, up once more. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Woo! And then I need to get past these enemies. Oh gosh. So perhaps the same trick I did before? Just try to find some way to get this enemy to follow me. What if I go up here? Okay. And then that enemy just goes down and around. But then that enemy there is just going to attack. Yep. So if I get that enemy stuck there... Almost. Okay, I'm just one away from getting attacked there. Left. Left. Up. Oh, why does that not count as a victory? That doesn't seem fair. Yeah, and see, I get killed by that enemy there. Yeah, if only there's a way I could go right there. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, and then that enemy... Yeah, I'm giving up. I don't care enough about this puzzle. Okay. So we need to buy parrots. Where on earth do I buy a parrot? I think it's from this guy. Oh, Dieter's here.
Dieter. I wonder what he's doing. Hey, Dieter! Hi! No, wait! Dieter! Dieter! What did he run away for? That was weird. Looks like he left something on the bench. These must have fallen out of his pocket. Noisette Tournade. That's the woman who that historian was calling about. Why would Dieter be carrying this around?
So this is the storyline for the second half of the game, basically. It is the Noisette Tournade.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. As you can see, you have many new things to choose from. What intrigues you?
Well, let's see. Is this parrot very expensive?
The price is very reasonable. 20 euro.
Would you take half that? 10 euros?
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
And then we basically have to buy everything else from him.
What is this thing?
I have been told that it is probably a decoder used by those who resisted the German occupation of World War II.
Really? How much do you want for it?
Nothing. It is not for sale. It is a piece of history. I have it only as an eye-catcher.
But you're a businessman. You must be willing to part with it for something.
I will trade you one piece of history for another. You give me a bottle of Mouton Fouetté 1968, and I give you the decoder.
Deal. What's Mouton Fouetté?
Mouton Fouetté 1968 is a very rare beverage that is usually stored underground. Unfortunately, finding an intact bottle has become next to impossible. But if you want the decoder, the impossible is what you must do. So, get me a bottle of Mouton Fouetté 1968. I will accept nothing less. In the meantime, what else tickles the fancy?
So that's going to be a puzzle getting the Mouton, just getting that
Is this
stuff.
pie tin very expensive?
Very cheap. 15 euro.
I'd rather pay you 8 euros.
Vendu.
Yay!
What else tickles the
I'm
fancy?
so good at this.
A
Haggling.
wetsuit.
Not just any wetsuit. It used to belong to a friend of the famous undersea explorer Jacques Cousteau. A friend who is said to have shared many adventures with him. For that reason, I sell it for 125 euro.
Too rich for my blood. How about 94 euros instead?
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
I'm not going to get the book on
I really don't want to
ciphers
buy
and
anything
codes.
right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
I think you basically get that for the end puzzle, which you can solve without the help of that.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
That is
You
a
will ask to
creepy
return.
baby head.
I have many new things. You see?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so this is good. It's a dictionary, in case you don't know what French words are.
I could use a flashlight. Mine was in my lost luggage.
That is only 10 euro. Batteries included.
5 euros seems fair.
It is yours. What else appeals to you?
I seem to be doing a good job.
Actually,
of
I'm
just
not
picking,
interested in buying anything right now.
The full
Then you
price,
will just
I
have to come
pick
back.
The thing that's
I might
two
just do
away
that.
from the
Bye.
full price.
Au revoir.
That seems to be the helpful thing.
Bonjour. I have many new things, you see?
Wow, you sure do.
You are sure to find something you like.
How much are you asking for this steak?
That is made of the finest wood, and it can be used for many things.
Steak.
It is one of my most popular items. For that reason, I sell for 13
Let's try
euros.
3 euro.
Would you take 3 euros instead?
The price is 13 euros.
I don't think I want it after all.
What else do you like?
Oh, I failed.
Is this just regular string?
That is very good string. Very strong. Very good to have around. You can buy for only 6 euros.
How about 3 euros?
Voila. What else do you like?
What did you say you'd sell this steak for?
I sell for 13 euros.
I'll take it.
Voila. What else do you like?
Is this Ichido book any good?
That book is very good. If you are around dangerous people, then you must get this book. You pay only 23 euros.
Would you take half that, 12 euros?
Voila. What else do you like?
Nice. Okay, so I've only got 15 euros
Guess
left.
I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you want to look again, just come back.
I will. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Okay, so we've got the parrot. We're going to come back here and give the parrot to her. We also need to talk to Dieter about the fact that he totally ignored us when he was at the park. Jerk move.
Now what?
You have to get them out of there!
Who? What happened?
This little box came from me, and when I opened it, all these bugs came pouring out. They're all over the place in there. You have to get them out before they lay eggs or something.
Maybe you should just call an exterminator.
No! Nothing good ever comes from killing things. Just go in there and put them back in the box they came in. Carefully. Don't kill any of them.
Don't worry. I'll get them out of there for you.
Bless you.
Yuck.
Oh, yeah,
That must be
this
the box they
challenge.
came in.
We need to get 9 cockroaches.
Oh, these guys are fast.
Ah, there's one on the computer. Wow, I am terrible at this. Okay. Whoa. So here
Dear
is
Miss Manette.
Lin Manrique.
Here's the books on the women of the French Resistance. Exploits of Noisette Tornade. Because she owned the windmill which you now own. Oh, this is from that historian who called before. Maybe she can help me figure out why Dieter was carrying that obituary around.
Yep. So that's basically, I think, the point of the cockroach challenge was to find this letter. I believe you cannot find it unless you're doing the cockroach challenge.
This fabric is so strange. It's soft and metallic all at the same time.
Looks pretty cool.
If I were an insect, where would I hide? Playtime's over, little guy. Or a girl.
Got one. Yay. Ew, it's so gross. Okay. 3.
Here, buggy.
Can you just spin around in a circle until you find one?
Missed it. Ew! I thought working for a fashion designer was going to be glamorous.
Click as quickly as you can. Got it.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Got it. Woo! Okay, 4 more. Nice. seem to not be able to catch that one ever. Can I spy on the computer? I guess I can't spy on Manette's computer. Ooh, got it. 3 more. Ow!
Here, Buggy, Buggy, Buggy.
Oh.
Oh, these guys are fast.
Nancy, you can do this. You can do this. If you try to leave, Minette won't let you.
Hey! Manette! Open the door!
No, I'm not letting you out until you catch all the bugs.
Two more. Here, Buggy, where are you? No, seriously, where are they? Maybe... Oh, by the computer. There's one by the computer. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Right.
Oh, these guys are fast. Fonts. Somehow I don't see Manette getting real excited about fonts.
Yeah.
Oh, nuts, I was this close.
How did I miss it?
Gotcha.
Got it.
There, that has got to be the last bug. You can open the door now, Manette.
Did you get all of the bugs?
Yes, Manette.
How many are there?
I don't know, 9?
Are they all alive?
Yes, Manette.
Are you sure you didn't kill any?
Positive.
And they're all in the box?
Yes.
Okay, listen. I want you to take that box to the park and let those things go. Only I don't want to be here when you come out. Probably the only thing those twisted little vermin are thinking about right now is revenge.
Manette, they're cockroaches.
Exactly! So I want you to count to 10, and then, and only then, are you to come out of there, all right?
Anything you say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What a nut job.
Alrighty. Let's see if I can handle this puzzle again. Please tell me I don't have to do the top thing again. Oh, I have to do the whole thing from the beginning again? Nope, nope, all my nope, all my nope, all my no's. Every single one. Oh, wait.
Uh-oh. Dad made me promise not to go anywhere by myself
time.
after dark. This'll have to wait until tomorrow.
So Nancy goes here and goes to sleep. Soggy summer, flooded basements. Yay, flooded basements. Okay, let's get rid of those cockroaches.
Okay, guys, end of the line. You are out of here.
Gross. It's still so gross. Okay, let's call Lynn Manrique. And then visit Dieter. I should know what Dieter first, right? Dieter will want pictures. You were saying put the cockroaches in JJ's batter. That would be disgusting.
Sounds like someone's in the dark room.
Putting cockroaches in her cookie batter. It's gross.
Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Are you in there?
Who's there?
Nancy Drew. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
I'm very busy. You'll have to come back.
I just wondered what you were doing in Square du Vert Galant Park.
I was just taking a walk.
You dropped an obituary about Noisette Tornade. Shall I leave it for you?
There's no need. I don't want it.
Why were you carrying it around?
Because I was going to send it to my grandmother. I thought she knew the woman. Turns out she didn't.
You also dropped some kind of trinket. Looks like a miniature clock.
That's something my great-uncle Hans gave me. It's actually a key. It opens the panel over there to the right of the bookshelf. He lived here during the war. The place has been in the family ever since.
What's behind the panel?
Go ahead and see for yourself. Just be prepared to go a little cuckoo. Sorry, too busy.
Let me see. I know we're gonna do a puzzle with him, but I guess we have to do this first.
What's up with this?
So we want everything to equal 3. There's gotta be a fast way to solve this puzzle. You have, what, like 20 seconds in order to solve this puzzle, and if you don't solve it within 20 seconds, start over again. Ugh. Okay. Yep, that was a failure. Okay, now we'll do Dieter talk.
Sorry, too busy.
Let's see if we can do this. Start there, let's see. If I do the bottom row first, that would be best. Got it.
Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Believe it or not, that key your uncle gave you opened up some kind of passageway. Is it okay if I see where it goes?
A passageway? He never said anything about a passageway. Go ahead and explore it all you want. Just be careful. This building is very old.
We have a spider and then this thing.
I wonder what that symbol means. The year when our despair ended. The year when my despair began.
So last year of the war, 1945. And here's Noisette's personal book. That's a puzzle. And she had a M380 decoder. So we'll definitely need to get that from the man at the park. That's why we need to get it. And we've got the little cross of Lorraine. It's this puzzle. Where is it? We've got like a 3-part puzzle. Now maybe Dieter will have the new puzzle for us.
Sorry, too busy.
Or not. Okay, whatever. We'll call Lynn Manrique. So here. Yes. 15595555683
Modern European History, Lynn Manrique.
Hello, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Paris, Actually, I talked to you earlier when you tried to call Minette.
She's finally calling me back? Wonderful. Please, put her on.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid she's still too busy to talk to you.
Oh.
But if you don't mind, could I ask you a couple of questions about Noisette Tournade?
Certainly.
You mentioned hidden plunder in your letter to Minette. What did you mean?
Some people said that during the war she took various pieces of artwork, mostly from churches, and stashed them away somewhere so they wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Were they recovered after the war?
The artwork remains lost to this day. No one knows exactly what Noisette took, or if indeed she took anything. You see, from 1942 until the liberation of Paris, Noisette worked as a translator for the Germans by day and an encoder for the French resistance by night. This, as you might imagine, made everyone suspicious of her, both French and Germans alike. And after the war, things got ugly. Especially when people found out she was romantically involved with a German soldier. His name was Hans von Schwesterkrank.
You're kidding me. Was he by any chance related to Dieter von Schwesterkrank, the fashion photographer?
I'm afraid I have no idea. Hans left Paris right after the war and never returned, leaving Noisette to fend for herself. She was tried as a collaborator in 1946 and acquitted, but the experience left her quite bitter. She never married, you know, very private person. She served as Paris's director of public works for more than 20 years, yet not one person has been able to tell me what her favorite color was. In any case, Noisette was terribly hurt that the city she loved had turned on her like that. After her trial, she told the press that the truth of what she'd done during the war resided in her and in the person and place she loved the most. And that was that. She never spoke of her wartime activities again. I assume that the person she was referring to was Hans von Schwesterkrank, who passed away a year or two ago, and that the place was her beloved Moulin, which is where she lived for almost half a century after the war. That's why I'm hoping Minette will allow me to visit it. Now, I've got a question for you. In the hours before she died, Noisette was said to have constantly muttered 3 words, red, left, green. Is there anything inside the Moulin that has to do with red, left, green? Anything at all?
No, but I'll keep that in mind and let you know if I see something.
I'd appreciate it. Any other questions?
Fantastic. So we could talk to her about all sorts of things. I think all that was the important conversation. But let's talk to her about everything.
What was the French resistance?
That was the name given to the various groups of men and women who did their best to undermine Germany's military occupation of France during World War II. Some would engage in strikes and sabotage, while others would collect and pass intelligence along to the Allies. Needless to say, their operations were highly covert and very dangerous.
After the war, when she was the director of public works, what kind of things did Noisette do?
She oversaw many of the services which the citizens of Paris enjoyed every day. Streets, bridges, parks, their maintenance all came under Noisette's purview. She particularly enjoyed putting various forms of art on permanent display in various public places, especially parks.
Yeah, so that park we went to, the Square du Volant Park, she made all the stuff in the park, and it's a puzzle.
What did you mean when you said Noisette was tried as a collaborator?
Collaborators were French citizens who not only failed to resist the occupation, but actually helped the Germans keep it going. Because Noisette had worked for the Germans as a translator and had a German boyfriend, after the war many of her countrymen automatically accused her of collaboration. When it was revealed that she had been a member of the resistance, instead of exonerating her, that just made some people think she'd been spying for the Germans too. As I said before, it was an ugly time, one which poor Noisette spent the rest of her life trying to forget.
Do you know anything about the M380 decoder?
It's a machine that the resistance is said to have used to encode and decode their messages during the war. To decode a message, the dials on it had to be in the same position as they were when the message was encoded. The famous Enigma machine operated in much the same way.
The famous what?
The Enigma machine is what the Germans used to encipher and decipher their secret messages during World War II. Allied codebreakers were finally able to figure out how the machine worked, and as a result, some say the war ended 2 years sooner than it would have otherwise.
What else can you tell me about the German occupation of Paris?
The German army entered Paris on June 14th, 1940, and after France formally surrendered on June 22nd, the Germans controlled the city. They took whatever they wanted. Food, supplies, houses, artwork, and dictated how Parisians were to live their lives. Naturally, their presence was deeply resented. Some people ignored the situation as best they could, Some collaborated with the Germans, while others, like those in the resistance, fought back until the city was finally liberated on August 25th, 1944.
Yeah, so about 4 years, over 4 years, France was basically occupied. That's a long time to be running a resistance operation.
How likely is it that Noisette used an M380 decoder?
I would stake my reputation on it.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Call back anytime.
Sounds good. Okay, Heather?
Did you get the stuffed parrot?
Here you go. What's it for, anyway?
It's a Minette thing. You wouldn't understand. No one would.
Here's that envelope I picked up from JJ. I almost forgot.
No problem.
Why does Minette wear that mask?
All I know is that back in March, on the last day of her big fall show, she showed up wearing that mask, and she hasn't taken it off since.
And she's never bothered to explain why?
Sometimes she refuses to say. Other times she says it's because some mysterious man in black threw acid on her. I think it's because she just likes to get people's tongues wagging.
Talk to you later.
Whenever you have questions, just ask.
A mysterious man threw acid on her. Isn't that the storyline of Phantom of the Opera? Okay, so back to Dieter. We'll see if he's willing to talk now. He might not be. Let's see.
Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Are you in there?
Who's there?
Nancy Drew. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
I'm very busy. You'll have to come back.
But this is really important. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Well, if you want, you could take some stock photos for me.
Sure.
The list of things I need pictures of is on my desk.
I'll get right on it.
Yeah, so he's giving us this chore.
Oh no, the list is in French.
And it's in French. Okay, so we need to get a stapler, a spider, a candle, a skull, a cross, and a teapot. Does Nancy actually have a camera for picture taking? Mr. Schwesterkrank, where's the camera? Here it is. Thank you.
Mr. von Schwesterkrank, do you think you could translate this list for me?
Sorry, too busy. You're on your own.
Wow, what a jerk. I'm too busy. I cannot help you. It would take me 2 seconds to translate any of these words. Wonder why Nancy can't. I don't know, Nancy's supposed to buy the translation book and look it up. But all these other characters speak French, right? Couldn't you go to one of them for a translation? Besides Dieter von, I'm too busy to help with you right now. Almost done. Woo! So the spider was in here.
Wonder if his name is Boris.
The spider? Is the spider's name Boris? Why would you wonder that, Nancy? That's weird. Okay, so what else did we need? We need a spider. We want the stapler and the teapot. Those are both at Minette's. And the candle and the skull are both going to be in the underground passageways much later on. I guess not too much later on. There we go.
To the memory of the French fighters.
Nancy can translate that, but she can't translate any of these. Okay. Good job, Nancy. Your French is fantastic. I don't know if this is actually a good photo or not. Stapler and teapot, those are easy photos to get, right? Easy, easy, easy. Back over here. stapler was here. And then teapot is in here.
I already made Minette her tea. I'm through making tea, hopefully for good.
Okay, there, we have a teapot.
I wonder if the symbols on these discs have something to do with the dials on the M380 decoder that Noisette Tornade used.
I think I just triggered that puzzle. Nancy realizes she needs to get that picture. Oh, do I have to look at the paper?
The stone discs in this picture could have something to do with the M380 decoder Noisette Tornade used. This picture looks like it was cropped.
Yeah, the picture was cropped, so there were 3 dials in the original picture, but this picture only has 2 of them. So we're gonna have to get the original picture from our friend. Whoa, hold on a second. Let me go back there. I needed to call Zoo. Our friend Jean-Michel Touarinard. But Zoo, let's call Zoo first. Hello, Zoo.
Hello? I know you are calling for minutes. Please, tell me. Is this Xing Xing?
No, I'm afraid not. But I know Jing Jing. In fact, I'm staying at her place.
You are the most lucky person in the monde. I am a big fan of Xing Xing. I call her house and leave massage. I call Minette because I know she works there, but she will not talk to me. She is too... what is the word? Paranormal?
You mean paranoid?
Yes, paranoid. So, if you are not Xing Xing, why do you call me?
This is Zoo, right?
Yes, I am Zoo.
Well, Zoo, my name is Nancy Drew, and I saw a symbol on the wall when I was in an underground passage not too long ago. It looked like 2 leaves with 2 nut-type things attached to them, and I just wondered if you could tell me what it meant or why it was there.
Yes, of course I can. But first, you must have Jing write something for me.
Write something for you?
You must have her write something that I can keep. Have her write, Zoo, my love, Jing. Then, take the metro to the Denfert Rochereau station, enter the catacombs, find the bones from the Magdalene Cemetery, and put the autograph in the skull below the plaque.
Have her write Zoo, my love, Jing, go to the catacombs, find the Magdalene Cemetery bones, and leave the autograph in a skull.
Yes, exactly that. Don't worry about desecrating the person whose bones they may be. The skull, it is a fake. My friend and I put it there. And so, after you deliver it, you call me and I tell you all about the symbol you saw.
But what if Jing Jing refuses?
Then, Nancy Drew, it seems we will both be very disappointed.
Yeah, so he's a creepy stalker. Yeah, 100%. And we kind of have to work with the stalker in order to finish the game. Oh boy. Okay, well, here we go. Yeah, Nancy. So I was in the secret underground passage and found a symbol. Can you tell me what this is, complete stranger? Okay, but I need to get a supermodel's autograph first.
Hey, Rumi, how's it going?
Does anyone else live here?
Nope, it's just me. And you now. Managed to get a short-term lease. Soon as I'm done being Minette's fitting model, I am out of here.
I just talked to this huge fan of yours. He'd really like your autograph.
I'm flattered, but unfortunately he's out of luck. Nobody gets my autograph. I'm afraid that someone will use it to forge my name and steal my identity.
This guy wouldn't do that.
Stuff like that happens to people like me all the time. I'm just not going to take the chance. Want to play hangman?
That'd be great.
Okay, so we're gonna trick her into writing it. Zoo.
U. M.
You lose.
Y.
You lose.
L.
That's a winner.
Yay.
O. V.
Afraid not.
E.
Zoo,
right you are.
My love.
J. I. N.
G.
I wasn't even close. May I have that piece of paper?
Sure.
She doesn't notice that she wrote down her own name. That doesn't even look like an autograph, but Zoo will accept that.
Want to play again?
Okay.
Let's play this game for real.
E.
Oh.
R.
Afraid not.
S.
Ooh.
Correct.
S.
O.
Correct.
Let's go with A.
A.
Nope.
U. I.
Really? Okay, so all the vowels are gone.
Y.
Bingo.
Aussie.
L.
Flossy?
Correct.
Glossy.
G.
It's like
You
picture.
won. Play again?
No thanks.
Anytime you want to play, just let me know.
See you later.
Ciao, Bella.
See, do I have the money to actually go here? I know this costs money.
Un entrée. Money well spent. I hope. Magdalene. This must be the place Zoo was talking about. And there's a skull.
Candle and skull. So we've got all the pictures for Dieter now.
Zoo sure picked a weird drop-off place for that autograph.
Zoo is a weird guy, I noticed. He's a very, very weird guy. Okay, so now we have all the pictures for Dieter. He should be finished. Yes, once you got all the pictures, he's finished.
Did you take all those photos for me?
He's finished with his work in the dark room.
You sound as if you didn't think I could do it, but I did. They're all right there in your camera.
So, you had some questions for me?
Is it true that you keep a pet boa constrictor in here?
Don't be ridiculous. I would never keep an exotic pet like that in here. Although, I may have lost an exotic pet like that in here once.
But you found it, right?
No, never did. But don't worry. I'm sure it's found its way out by now. They get pretty active when they're hungry, you know, and I haven't seen it for months. But, just in case, watch where you step.
What do you know about Noisette Tornade?
The French resistance fighter? I seem to recall reading that she died recently, and that's about it. Why do you ask?
I know 3 things, Mr. von Schwesterkrank. 1, Noisette Tornade, whose obituary you were carrying until it fell out of your pocket in the park. Noisette used to own the old windmill Minette now owns. 2, during World War II, she was rumored to have hidden several valuable works of art from the Germans somewhere in Paris. And 3, she was romantically involved with a German soldier named Hans von Schwesterkrank.
Oh, yes, I know all those things too. Hans was my great-uncle. But there are 1 or 2 things you don't know, Fräulein. You could not have known that just before he passed away, my great-uncle gave me that.
What is it?
Something Noisette gave to him. Turn it over and look on the back. Unfortunately, my great-uncle couldn't remember what any of it meant. She used to be the director of public works, so I went to her favorite park to see if anything there might help me figure out what that card means. But I discovered nothing. You can keep that if you want.
I can?
Yes, I give up. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, so Nancy really called Dieter out on faking everything. And really, he lost a boa constrictor and never looked for it? Really? It's a boa constrictor.
Finding that lost artwork is why you started going out with Minette, isn't it?
Since Minette owns the moulin where Noisette spent most of her life, I thought dating her would help me figure out what that card meant. But then something totally unexpected and tragic happened. I fell in love with her. Minette is one of the cleverest, most infuriating yet fascinating women I have ever met.
You still feel that way? Even after she broke up with you like that?
I can't help myself. I thought that if I found that missing artwork, I would be a hero and Minette would change her mind about me. But I can barely keep my mind on my work these days, let alone on finding some mystical treasure. If you want to look for it, go right ahead. Right now, the only thing I'm interested in recovering is Minette.
So, tragic love story for him. And we're gonna put this thingy on here. So, it was red left, and green. Those were her dying words. That's what Professor Kearns told us. So, is it green left or just green period? Yeah, just all green. So, all the greens and the red lefts spell out this.
4154.
So that's the cross of the round, 4154, that's the cross. There's a thing in the windmill. We already found a thing hidden behind the cuckoo clocks. And there's one inside the catacombs there. So 4154. We're gonna solve this puzzle. Do. Yes, okay, so this puzzle, this is green, that's on. Yellow, open, blue, slightly more open, red, even more open. It's basically showing how we need to solve this puzzle. I forget which one we had to do. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, the other two are easier to do. Set this to purple. But
Sounds like that squirrel doesn't like people messing with his statue.
we have the evil squirrel. So we want to distract the evil squirrel with the pie tin. So we put up... Let's see, can I actually solve this puzzle yet, or do I need to see that evil squirrel? At least I can get the fish's eyes to glow, right? So I got one of the three puzzles good. Let's do... Okay, so it's 4, 1, 5, 4. Let's see if I could take a picture with my phone of what this weird mouth thing is. Okay, yellow closed, blue open, red... So yellow closed. That's not yellow close. Yellow, yep, there we go, that's it. Why is it going making silly noises for me? Not seeing the squirrel yet. Okay, let me grab this. Ah, it's very strange. Did I get this one correct? No, maybe I didn't. I seem to be failing very much with this challenge. That is just a flat out weirdness. Something I'm doing wrong here. Am I doing this puzzle out of order? The fart noises they make when you fail. Is that like yellow slightly open and not closed, maybe? It looks like that was yellow closed, but... Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Definitely rude noises. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll come back to this puzzle later. Oh, I didn't know we could check out this fish statue from a different angle. That's cute. Let's solve the puzzle with our good friend.
Mademoiselle Drew, what is it now?
The picture of Minette that was in the June issue of Glam Glam, was it cropped? Do you remember?
I'm sure it was. Most photographs are these days. Why?
Do you know anything about the stones that are in the background of that picture? They almost look like dials.
I do not remember seeing any dials in the picture, but as it happens, all the pictures which I use in my articles are stored right here in my digital assistant. I will help you, mademoiselle, but only if you help me first. You see, the owner of this cafe, he faces a crise. The person who makes desserts for him has stepped out for his customary 2.5-hour break. Unfortunately, a bus full of American teenagers has pulled up, and all are clamoring for parfait. So, I will tell the owner that you will make the parfait, and when you do, he will be indebted to me and will allow me to continue using this table as my office. And I will be indebted to you and will allow you to see the picture. You see how it works?
Okay, so I need to make parfaits in order to get the picture.
I get to make parfaits? All right. Okay. Looks like I've got chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, caramel ice cream, bananas, tapioca balls, berries, and whipped cream. The first one I have to make is an X-Wa.
Okay, and then the pink stuff. And then it's gonna be the caramel stuff. Not what the next one is. Bananas. And then caramel.
C'est bien.
I'm getting there. Now they want a l'enfer.
Okay, so it's like chocolate, whipped cream, chocolate, whipped cream. And then what was on top? The red berries.
He liked it. Next up, a tropical.
Bananas, berries, and then berries. And then this ice cream. And this ice cream.
Merci.
Yes. Now they want a l'enfer.
Okay. Same thing. We had this before, right?
Merci.
Yes. Next is a corbeau.
Okay, so chocolate, caramel, and then banana.
Merci.
One Misty coming up.
Okay, bubbles, cherry. Okay, wait. Bubbles, and then cherries. I don't think they were cherries. Okay, banana. And then tapioca balls is what he calls
C'est bien.
those.
I'm getting there. Here comes a fantasy.
What's the next one? This one, yum.
Merci.
I did it right. A Lulu.
Such a nice puzzle. Okay, so looks like it's just bananas and caramel.
I did it right. There, all done.
The owner, he tells me you did a good job. And so, as was our agreement, here is the picture you wish to see.
Great, thank you.
Yep, so there's the picture.
So, what else do you wish from me?
We'll talk again later, okay?
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Okay, someone says I need to, for the park puzzle, I click on the thing, 10 times. Let's see if we can do this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. Okay, yes. So it's 10 times for that one. Thank you. Okay. So I guess that top one isn't completely closed, it's slightly open. Well, that's not fair.
What was that? Hey, what's going on? Shoot, that pesky squirrel must have jumped on the handle and moved the windmill.
Squirrel!
The rodent messed everything up again.
So we're gonna try to scare that squirrel away. We put the stick, we put the string, and we put this tie pin. Pie pin. That makes enough noise to scare that squirrel away. So now the squirrel will not stop me from getting here. Excellent. This is kind of cool. We've got this hidden underground area. The caves.
Time to get out my flashlight.
Very mean, pesky squirrel. This is kind of cool. Here we go. We have a key. So that's number 4. So we got this, and we got this. We haven't gotten the one at the windmill yet. We actually have to do the one in the catacombs first. So the catacombs is going to be our next stop, but first we have to call Zoo, because he's going to be the one who tells us where in the catacombs it's located. Yeah, nobody happens to see Nancy using this hidden passageway. Convenient! Yeah, nobody sees her just jump into a passageway by the fountain. Makes me wonder if there are like plumbers or something that use the fountain and discovered that passageway but just decided never to mention it to anyone. Okay, Zoo. I helped you, you helped me.
Hello?
It's Nancy Drew. Did you get the autograph?
It is magnifique! You were wise not to try to fool me, Nancy. I know Jing's handwriting better than I know my own. So, here is what I know about that symbol. I call it the hazelnut because to me that is what it looks like. A noisette.
Wait a minute. A noisette?
Yes, that is French for hazelnut. I have seen it in only one place in the catacombs. To reach this place, Return to the catacombs and go to the skull where you left Jing's autograph. Lift the top part of the skull and push the red button. That will open a secret passage that will lead you to the Noisette.
Great, thank you.
But if you go there, you must be careful. The tunnel police, they are one problem. The tunnels, they are another.
What do you mean?
Some of the tunnels, especially near the Mouton Beverage Company, they are water filled with trees.
You mean waterlogged?
Ah, yes, waterlogged. You must swim underwater to reach the place where I saw the Noisette. And the water is very cold. You will need a wetsuit. Good luck, Nancy Drew. You will need that too.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, ooh, and this is a bomb.
What is that?
Who's out there?
It's just me, Nancy. Uh-oh.
What did you say?
Nothing. Everything's fine. You just stay in there and keep working. Looks like this thing is set to go off if she opens the door. I've got to figure out how to disarm this thing before she opens the door.
What are you doing out there?
Nothing. Just stay in there. Everything's fine.
This puzzle, you want to move things around so they all connect. So if they're the same shape or color, they're fine. So that looks good, that looks good, that's good. This does not look good. So I need a red circle or a, yeah, there we go. Oh, but that doesn't match the green triangle. Okay, so, yellow circle, but that doesn't match the green triangle. So what if this is the green circle? Yeah, and then that's red there. Perfect. Okay, so that's connections over there. This doesn't work, that's... Jeez, okay, so this is gonna have to be yellow circle here. But then yellow doesn't match the triangle. Okay, so blue triangle here. Blue triangle there, yes. And these have to swap. Okay.
You're doing something. I can hear you.
Calm.
I'm tidying up. You just keep working.
Calm down. Oh, no. That won't work. Okay. So, what if I swap these two? That won't work. Okay, this would have to be red here to fit there. So we have a circle one. Yeah, here. Good. Good. Okay, so I think that connects. That's good. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so that's what's going to connect these two. That, but then these ones don't connect. Got it.
I'm done. I won't bother you anymore, I promise. I better get rid of this thing before she sees it and really freaks.
So, a paint bomb. That's obviously not good. Okay. Nancy, everything's fine. I'm just diffusing a paint bomb. And that was the wrong location. I meant to go over here. So, JJ, haven't talked to you in a while.
Hey, Rumi, how's it going?
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm not talking to you, period. Let's go exploring the underwater caves.
Un entrée.
Nancy just leaves it in the trash can. Yeah, that will fool Minette. Woo! So here we want to hide from the police.
Very well. My name is Jean-Claude. Do you like my new pantalon?
Pas pantalon. Pense.
Quoi?
Pense. 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 Restez là.
Oh no! They caught me.
Je vous arrête.
Catacombs cops arrest teenage trespasser. Yeah, I don't think that would be headline news. Here we go.
Well, it's time to put on the wetsuit. Hope it's more comfortable than it looks. Ooh, this place is crawling with four-legged vermin. Hope they leave my stuff alone.
Yeah, so there are rats everywhere, and this is a maze, the underwater tunnels. We need to find a bottle of the Mouton Fouet. Like that man wanted. It's right here. 1968. And then part 2 is getting through the maze in order to figure out where that noisette is. It could have been a very, very slow news day, and that's why they were reporting on the American teenager gets into mischief. I guess that would explain it. Oh, I'm so lost. Nancy, don't drown. Found it.
Okay, a rough translation would be, in Europe, near the new bridge, Snow White lives in a red castle. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So these are various things that are on the map, like Pont Neuf. So that's stop number 3. No, Pont Neuf was 7? I don't know. The solution is 3724. So Europe's 3, Pont Neuf 7. The other one's 2, the other one is 4. This gives us the
I have
propeller.
no idea what this is, but after everything I went through to get here, I'm taking it.
Sweet. Okay, let's go. Ah. Let's see if I can find my way backwards. Yes, Nancy can translate all of that, but she can't translate the list of basic words. What can I say? Nancy's ability to translate just... Sometimes she's good at translating French, sometimes she's not, okay? You just have to deal with it. Oh no, you don't want to drown. Okay, I think this is it. No, this isn't it. Nope, nope. Yeah, good thing the railway maps have not changed their numbers in forever. That's very good. Otherwise, that puzzle would be impossible to solve. I went in a circle, didn't I? Okay. Very difficult here. To swim. No! Oh! Nancy! Yeah, I would hate doing this puzzle in real life. Just swimming and trying not to get lost. Here, okay. Go through the pipe area. I seem to remember going through the pipe area. Here. Okay, Nancy made it. And just here's her random bag of stuff.
Ah! A rat!
Eee, a rat. There's her horse t-shirt. And her mom jeans.
I can't go anywhere. I've still got this wetsuit on.
Excellent. So now Nancy could just escape here. Now that she has the propeller. Woo! And she'll be going back to Minette's area. I believe we have all the clues. I believe we do. No, we don't. We don't. Okay, we still need to get the M380. I forgot to grab it. Here, you can see the Pont Neuf. That was one of those spots we saw.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle returns.
And she returns with a bottle of Mouton Foueté, 1968.
Oh la la, you did it. So, I take this and give you this. Take it. You have earned it.
Thanks.
What else tickles the fancy?
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Okay, so we set the dials to the thing they were in the picture. So it was 9, 5,
The dials
and
on
then
this
3.
thing move.
You knew that already, Nancy, didn't you? Nine, 5, 3.
Looks like I should type a message using my own keyboard.
And that would be the message which was in Noisette Tournaud's book. So let me type this out. No, it's going to be... Wow, this game is being picky. Okay, let's see. XTI0SMK. So let's try this again. PQ. QLNOREZA 7L X TI0SMKPQ 7L. I'm just typing the same Q. What? You make one mistake and the puzzle resets? That's not nice. So rouge. Okay, be very careful.
Rouge blanc, rouge bleu, rouge. Looks like French to me.
I guess we're not typing the exact same sequence of keys every single time, but we are getting the same words multiple times, especially that red. So red, white, red, blue, red. Now we're gonna do it. Woo! End game challenge. We put the propeller here. So red, white, red, blue, and red. That opens up this hidden passageway.
Locked, of course.
Oh, I have the key. The key from the cross of the key from the cross of the Rhone. From the park.
So that's what Noisette stole during the war. Stained glass.
Pretty amazing. And now Nancy is suddenly going to speak perfect French as she translates a long letter.
If you are reading this, it means that I am dead and that you have discovered my secret. Yes, the rumors were correct. With the help of Hans von Schwesterkrank, I took the stained glass you see in front of you and hid it, not for personal gain, but so these exquisite pieces of art would not be lost to the dangers of war. I was not a traitor, nor was Hans. He helped me because he knew it was the right thing to do. But why, you are asking, why, when the war ended, did I not return them? Why did I not even admit taking them? At first it was because I was angry. After all that I had done for my country, when my friendship with Hans was discovered, people turned against me and accused me of terrible things. I wanted to hurt the people of Paris the way they were hurting me, so I said nothing about the stained glass. Then, when at long last I was deemed innocent, my anger subsided, but fear took its place. I was afraid that if I revealed what I had done, the accusations would start up again, and people would once again call me a criminal and question my motives and assail my character, and it would have been too much to bear. Hans had gone back to Germany, and despite his promises to the contrary, I knew I would never see him again. Like everyone else, I just wanted to get on with what was left of my life, so again I said nothing. And gradually time passed, and Paris healed, and I healed, yet the right time for telling the world my secret never seemed to come. And now I am Director of Public Works, a job I hold not only because I love this city, but because I wanted to make sure that someone, you, would be able to eventually find what I hid. Please make sure these pieces make a safe return to the world above, when you see them as they were meant to be seen, with sunlight streaming through their panes, interrupting the darkness with color and meaning and joy. Only then will you truly understand why I did what I did a lifetime ago. N.T. X-I-V-I-I-I.
Yay, puzzle time. Okay, so that's one final puzzle.
Uh-oh, the door locked behind me, and nobody knows I'm down here. Not good.
So what we want to do is set the wheels to the one that Nancy just read. So it's X, and then I-V-I-I. Let's see, I want to back away from this. So it's a number cipher, so this is one final puzzle, my friend. So it's actually going to be a number cipher based on 380. So you're going to move the letter U 3, then N 8, and then E 0, 380, 380. Those are the numbers you're going to type. So U moved 3 is going to be X. So X, V, E, G, M, R, Q, Q, E, U, M, E, Q, Q, G, P, M, C, K, M, R, D, U, I.
French again. French numbers.
So 2, 1, 5, 7. There we go. So, we found all the hidden artwork, and time for us to figure out who the culprit of the game is. Who has been sabotaging Minette and sending her all those threatening messages? It's... these people.
Well, does the dress work?
It does indeed.
Yeah! What about when I whispered? And when I turned my back? Could you hear what I said then?
Gunther, I could hear everything. With this dress, we will be able to hear every word that is spoken within 10 meters of the First Lady. And what we hear, what we sell, will make us the wealthiest spies on the planet.
Hey! I made you the dress, so how about paying me?
After the First Lady takes possession, that is our deal.
Look, I put up with the dead flowers, the letters, the paint, the idiotic phone calls. I put up with all your stupid threats for months. I deserve to get paid now.
Those weren't threats. Those were incentives meant to keep you on track. And they obviously worked. You'll get your money when she gets the dress. Let's go, Gunther.
But they're picking it up for her tomorrow. What difference does it make whether you pay me now or 24 hours from now?
Oh my gosh, it sounds like Minette made that dress for the First Lady to be some kind of bugging device. I've got to get it out of here and take it to the police.
So 2 random German people are spies. Hooray! The culprits are people we've never heard of before. And they're apparently spying through top secret spy material in the First Lady's dress.
Where did you come from? You've been hiding in here, eavesdropping. You heard everything, didn't you?
Not everything, but enough to know that thanks to you, those 2 guys intend to use this dress to bug the World Summit.
I knew there was something sneaky about you the minute you walked into my office. I should have tossed you out on the spot and told Amy Grunhill to stuff it. Well, newsflash, sister. I am about to knock your nosy little block off.
And now we need to do the fighting from the Ichido
I'm going to
book.
pummel you into oblivion, Miss Nosy.
Is she going to attack?
Ow!
Ow! Ow!
Rah!
Yeah, you need to block her punches.
Killa!
Ow!
Ouch.
Killa!
Oh!
Ow!
Oh, come on, I defended myself. Haha!
Oh, so you think you can block me, eh?
Yeah.
Shazza!
Ow!
Ouch.
Ika! Ika!
You're starting to look a little tired there.
Haha. I'm a little tired too.
He died!
Hey!
Killa! Where did you learn to block like that?
I'm just amazing, that's all. This is kind of a random challenge. You just need to get lucky,
Issa!
I guess. Or you can have them all memorized, but you only have like a few seconds when she starts an attack.
Hey! Your goose is cooked.
Yeah.
Hey!
Ouch.
Shura!
Ow.
Shura!
Arm's starting to feel a little weak.
I'm getting kind of tired, I think. Woo! Shazza!
Ouch.
Ha!
Say!
No.
Oh.
Wow, she's really hurting me.
Hita!
Okay, there we go.
I fought imaginary elves that were stronger than you.
Yeah.
Issa!
You think you're bad? Imaginary elves are way worse.
Issa! Ha! Sa!
I think I've got this. I think
Hey! Might as well give up, Minette.
I think I could do nothing and I would still win.
Ha! Sa!
Because you'll notice she loses energy when she attacks me.
You've got a twin, and I can't believe it. You never threw a single punch, yet you beat me. Life is so unfair, and so horribly unrude.
There goes her mask.
Where am I?
Oh my gosh. And there it was, the real reason why Minette wore that mask. A tattoo, which she later admitted she had gotten on the spur of the moment and which she instantly regretted, calling it the stupidest thing she'd ever done in her life. She also admitted that the reason she had fallen so far behind schedule was because Ernst and Gunther Schmeck, Former members of the East German secret police were paying her a small fortune to create a dress for the First Lady out of fabric they supplied. This fabric was infused with microscopic circuitry that would allow them to eavesdrop on the World Summit. All three have been arrested, which means Minette will probably be designing her next collection from a jail cell, and she doesn't care for stripes. As for the beautiful pieces of stained glass that Noisette Tornade hid away years ago, they have been returned to the churches they came from, and Noisette is finally getting the respect and gratitude she was denied after the war. Not that she was perfect, but it seems to me her biggest fault wasn't doing too little for her beloved city of Paris, but trying to do too much. And as if busting a pair of spies and recovering lost treasure weren't enough, Heather took over Minette's spring show and had me, be one of the models. Believe it or not, I managed to make it all the way down the runway and back without falling flat on my face. Of course, I still have no idea what I was wearing, but I can tell you one thing. It was rude. Very rude.
Congratulations, you have been awarded savoir-faire for solving puzzles in the least amount of time.
Time to dig out the tank top, stock up on sunscreen, and slip on those sandals, because for my next adventure, I'm off to Hawaii, to the Big Island to be exact, where I'll be helping out this quirky entomologist, that's a bug scientist, by the way, who has just made a disturbing discovery. In fact, my working vacation quickly turns into a series of disturbing discoveries, including one that involves a legendary monster with a nasty temper and an appetite for revenge. So come with me to this island paradise and help me solve the mystery surrounding the creature of Kapu Cave. Until then, aloha.
Yeah, Minette very much regrets getting that tattoo. She doesn't so much regret working with these spies. It's the tattoo. That's her biggest regret. Does she get to wear a mask in prison? Or I don't think she does. I don't think she does. So everybody in prison's going to be asking about that tattoo. So yeah. That's the reason Minette wears a mask the entire time. Crazy tattoos. She was very rude. Oh, I forgot to call Hugo Butterly in this game. Oh dear. Oh well. You call him, he's kind of angry, and that's basically it. He's just a fake-out suspect. So there's an alternate ending to that game. If you solve the dodo box, which I did not do, that dodo box was a nightmare. But if you do solve the dodo box, you can see one of the threatening messages has the same font as Heather's fonts. And Nancy realizes that threatening message was written by Heather. Nancy can then tell Minette, Heather wrote you a threatening message, and Heather is fired. As a result, you don't get to be in the fashion show. I think the fashion show gets canceled. So it's a slightly different ending. But you notice the ending kind of leaves out what happened to JJ. Or Dieter. I guess Dieter's heartbroken now that his true love is in prison. Yeah. And JJ ate more cookies? And Jean-Michel Traquenard, maybe he took pictures of the big fashion show and it was a hit. Maybe? I don't know. The ending's mostly about mostly about Minette. So this game was made in 2006. So that is it for Nancy Drew, Danger by Design. Thank you very much for watching me play this game, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the mystery.